Bloodwolf Arts Studio. Unleash the artist within.
Welcome to Bloodwolf Arts Studio, and I'm your host, Mr. Moonlight. So today I'm going to be talking a bit about my next poem in my collection of poetry series. Volume 1 is a poem titled The Journey, and it's dated May 8th, 2011. So this poem, it was only written about, I think it was 5 days after the last poem that I shared last week, and this poem was a lot of self-reflection on opportunities that I have to do things for other people and all the times where I get myself all worked up thinking that when I do something for someone else or when I do something in general that it's got to look big and flashy and everybody's going to see it. And just reflecting on this a little bit, it brings to light a lot of that energy that I had at the time where it's just like I want to be seen and you know the things I do for other people, there's a secret desire for it to be big and seen by everybody so everybody can see how amazing I am. And so it can just look really cool and really interesting. And even speaking back to one of my favorite video games at the time was The Legend of Zelda. This poem was like, very much a bit of that fantasy in it, kind of adventure, fantasizing about myself and how I go about my day a little bit, or seeing it from a little bit of a perspective where um, I have a tendency to go for those big things and wanting to do things to help other people in a way that is just so much larger than life, going on adventure. This poem is literally a story of someone where the main character is me going on this adventure of doing things to help other people or looking for ways to help other people that's so big and fantastical, and ultimately overlooks all the little things that actually make up the great adventure that people go on. It's all the little things, and it's not all about the destination, but the poem captures a lot about almost like reprimanding myself for thinking that all the things that I do for other people has to be big, it has to be flashy. And so the poem itself is quite a big reflection on the way that I viewed life, and also taking the teachings and the things I was learning in the DCCS and saying, no, it's not about being big, it's not about being flashy, you know, chastising myself a bit through the usage of the Savior or Jesus Christ in the poem, looking back at me and saying, it's not about the big things that you do, it's all the little things on the journey that the things that you might overlook. And so it's a lot of reflection, very much a storytelling, which um, a number of my poems are very much a storytelling format. That's the format I use a lot, actually. And in my mind, it was almost kind of like a parable where I felt like that was a way for me to understand that, where I could actually tell that to other people. It's like, oh, this is what I've experienced, this is what I've learned about how I've gone about life, and I could actually use this story as an example where I could capture into words of how I can explain to other people. It's not about the destination, or it's not about all the big flashy things. It's the little things along the way that we do every single day that make the difference, and that's part of the actual journey. In a lot of ways, I felt like this poem captured my everyday life, like the way I approach life every day. Um, and so that's this poem. Again, it's titled The Journey. I wrote it May 8th, 2011. So remember to like and subscribe this video on my YouTube channel, Bloodwolf Art Studio. Go ahead and follow me on Facebook, also Bloodwolf Art Studio. And you can find this poem read on my TikTok channel as Mr. Moonlight. And also my books are available on Amazon for purchase. My collection of poetry, The Seasons of Life, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'll have a link to those down in the description. You can go check those out. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the other side.